Hi folks, welcome back to the Thrones World Cup. It's the last day, provisionally, of the top 4 stage, unless we need the stage to run into Monday, which is a real possibility because we have USA and Catalonia playing, and it's at the moment 3-2 in favor of Catalonia, with 3 games still to be played back to back. So anyone could still win, or we could still get a complete draw in this one. Meanwhile, Norway has already beaten China Ice by 5 games to 3, so they are through to their first final. Shockingly, in my opinion, super surprisingly, but they have been playing really well and so far are the best team in this tournament. Well, so the games are supposed to be starting shortly. If they have started, we can jump into it. Otherwise, I'll show you first the calendar. So we have the Night's Watch deck from Catalonia against USA's Lannister. Then we have Targaryen against Martell, and finally we have Lannister against Greyjoy. My prediction was that Catalonia wins the middle one, but USA wins the other two. We'll see if I was correct. But yeah, if anyone doesn't win their share of games that they should this evening, it's gonna end here with 5-3, right, to either team. So we'll see. And we can have a quick look at the decks. So this is the Night's Watch deck. So in the plot deck, very interesting, has duel, which could actually make a difference against Lanny Crossing because they do go big. So if you have to kill or more likely Nil Cersei, it's a big hit. They also have the Harris and Morgulis, but you can't be playing those plots every round and still get anything out of the game because Lanny will be rushing in the meantime, and game can be pretty short, right? So it's a wall defense deck and plays mostly Chads in the characters, some forecost and upwards ranging parties here, Iron Emmets here, and so on. And what else? Catapult could be interesting with Palace in the plot deck. There is a pinch. There is a Lord Commander if that's in play early against the challengers that are wasted, although Lanny Crossing, if Cersei is there and attacks with her strength in Intrigue non-Ninic, it's not exactly a waste. Still quite problematic to defend. And yeah, Hand's Judgment twice and 2 Nightmares, that could be pretty important too. I'm expecting to see some Superior Claim here. 3 copies and also 3 Never Bet. And 2 Jumping Events and Treachery, which could be pretty nice in this one as well. So placed Castle Rock and Econ mainly. There's a copy of Sir Pounce. Sweet Sleep could be important against the negative attachments. You don't want Craven on Cersei, for instance. And the characters, so anything that gains power. There's Jaime, there's Darwin, there's Tywin, there's Cersei, as you would expect. And what about the plots? So we have Mad King's Command as the reset, so that's pretty good because you don't want the Harris or Morgulis on top of what Night's Watch is already doing. Winter Festival, which will hit, I think, and then your winner will die. We have here Air into Morgulis, could be good, although we don't have Maiden. Do we have Maiden in Catalonia's deck? No, so it will beat probably Morgulis for initiative. And then there's Econ and Battle on the Green Fork. So if you can control them, that fizzles really nicely. If you don't, it snowballs a lot. So that could be another interesting one. So yeah, perfect timing. We can jump into the game. Of course, I will also join the voice channel. No one has reminded me. If anyone wants to commentate with me, you are welcome to do so. So big game, I think, for USA, bigger than for Catalonia, because that's one of the ones I thought they should be looking to win here. Nothing on either side that's too scary on setup. Ooh, okay, wall, but it's difficult to defend at this point. Spent all the gold, so can't put a guard duty in, but just plays it for the strength and to have it early. And of course Haunted Forest is a thing. So if you leave the first one be and then oppose the other two, you can still defend it. But there's also military claim, so now anything big coming in for Lanny Crossing, anything that goes quickly. Even Sir Pounce actually with Myrcella there could be interesting. As the econ once he gets Cersei or Tywin. By the way, Tom is still undefeated in this tournament. He's won, I think, 7 games out of 7. Which presumably makes this also the only undefeated deck in the tournament. I'm not sure if any of those that are already out were undefeated, but I think not, actually. And this one is super solid. Was also best and only Lannister at Online Worlds. Casted Rock really big here. Means it's so difficult to defend all the challenges, especially if we eventually get a non-killer. Yeah, but of course it's not invincible. It has weaknesses as well. And there was definitely a game I remember, I think against Liechtenstein, against Bara Kocher, where it seemed like the game was lost and Bara player didn't reveal the one plot that was guaranteed to win initiative and just close the game. That's a big intrigue pull here. That was perfect on Cersei potentially. Could have had the gold and the agenda possibilities here, of course, but decided to take the tempo hit on the wall, which now might not be defended. No target for guard duty, yeah. And it costs 1, right? So there is some zero cost stuff that could come in. What do you defend and what don't you defend? Because I think the wall might be kneeling here, so if there's a chance to actually stop the crossing challenge, and there isn't, because well, actually these were 2 intrigue challenges, right? Yeah. Ghost, that's another useful card. 2 attachments that also draw a card. Oof. That's rough. That's rough. Seized on Castle Rock seems like it was super important here. Ooh, and we have a character that could have always assaulted the wall. Interesting. It's going here because it was played by with Hirmiror, so could have been marshaled. Yeah, so against Burnmare or Mistela, Ranging Party was actually winning. But not with an additional body here. Now it's just gonna defend to stop superior claim, and then I think unopposed military and aim on saves, right? Still escapes. Not that you can do anything with the additional challenge, but still useful. And should be unopposed plus dominance. Oh, intimidate, never mind. So something else dying. What attachments here were gone? Milk, Ghost, and Seized. Milk and Seized, 2 of the very key attachments on the intrigue claims. And another attachment. Not a good start for Knights of Chetal, and now we have Afman's Horde return to hand. So it's gonna be remarshaled even if you try to get Murgulis. coppers into econ. Okay, need to survive and then reset, right? But the surviving part is difficult, I think, here. Any dupes? No dupes. Another card in shadows though. I don't remember all the shadow cards, so Regent's Guard is one for sure. Now this guy could have been really nice with that Dragonglass Dagger and other stuff. Still going to either get gold or draw cards, digging for more cards. Never a good sign. Yeah, I think in hindsight, I mean, playing out the wall that was not gonna be defended was pretty rough here. Could have been more characters, would have stopped more of the power gain. But it is Late Summer Feast here. It's 11 reserves, so he can draw a bit and has a lot of gold to repopulate after resets. Just what's the state of the game going to be after that? I mean, we have Gunther here. We have Halfman's Horde, Intimidate and Assault, Priscilla to escape, potentially another Regent's Guard. I don't remember what the other cards were, but his pinch may be a possibility in the crossing deck. It's 3-2 for Catalonia. So USA needs this one. I think this is the easiest one they have of the three that's coming up. The most in their favor, I mean. And yeah, that should be unopposed if nothing else comes in. No power to steal. Oh, assaults, never mind. Assaults the wall. Thought was gonna assault Haunted Forest and that then just kneel the wall through unopposed. But I guess there was always potential for tricks from hand. So Superior Claim as well. Using a lot of the hand though. And if you play you win or you die trying to close, there might not be power to steal from the faction card, that's the thing. Cage of Ravens, very useful if you can get it into play. In my version of the deck, which is quite similar to Catalonia's actually, is I took it out because it basically only goes on reducers, and I had I think Bowen was the other target I had. I found in testing that I couldn't really get it into play, but then I played against a couple of and recorded a couple of games with Valyrian Steel from other teams, and Cage of Ravens never had any problem coming into play for some reason, so maybe that was not the best thinking on my part. Getting a lot of cards here. Killing the Seasoned Woodsman. Those cards can be replayed. So one you can oppose, then Marcella will... she will not escape. Well, that's... I think now quite a clear plan to try to play Morgulis now. What's in shadows? If it's Regent's Guard, I think it might put Halfman's Horde back to hand again. I think you might play just Winter Festival into Morgulis, right? Lay Waste could have hit Casterly Rock, but I'm not sure if something else can come in then. Don't remember, I don't suppose there's bodyguards in Lenny Crossing. Still no power to steal, so... And Halfman Sword does indeed escape. Yeah. There's only... Well, I was gonna say there's only 2 Tyrions, I think. Or maybe there's all 3, but either way, Dupe was found. That was the key thing. And I think now with Tyrion and Halfman's Horde available, should be close to game over. Jamie. Well, now if you don't have quantity here, then a Craven can very easily ruin all your plans, so that's not amazing. Could be ambush in hand with if intrigue can be initiated, which it should be. And could be, of course, another jumper event. Never that easy to cancel though with Hand Judgment. Here Mirror, you need to leave 1 gold, but I think Estupe is desperate to use pretty much all he has here. Otherwise, game's going really downhill. Has he found a Craven? He's drawn already 30 cards, basically, of the 75. But there is only 1. Has an Old Forest Hunter trigger if he wants it. Strangler on Jamie, that will allow him to pass, I think, and defend with 2. Now it could have been a Nightmares, right? But there isn't. Now, does he want to use the Old Forest Hunter ability here? He draws a card with the agenda, because here Mirror or Never Bet is not fun. Okay, so just defended by the forests, but now there is strength raise, I think, on... Yeah. Still defends it, but... Yeah, no time to get that Lord Commander, and there is an ambush, of course. No, the disaster, there's not power to steal anyway. And now actually it's quite difficult not to gain power on the faction card. I guess you have to start playing anyway. But I think he either has to use the ability on Old Forest Hunter or pass because he can't afford to give power away for dominance. I think we'll see now Winter Festival. Though Harris gets rid of Jamie here. That's interesting. Can only keep one character, then we know there's a Hound, and the rest we don't know. Halfman's Horde we do know still. Duel does nothing at the moment. Jamie's a non-kneeler, so he's a bit annoying from Night's Watch's perspectives, but he has been kind of nullified. Problem is that he just does 2 challenges without needing extra bodies. Palace of Sorrows. Halfman's Horde, and then there will be gold to ambush the Hound. I'd be surprised if Tom fell too close here, I think. But then again, we could see 1,000 bodies come into play. We have to play around stealth, around intimidate. Cage of Ravens is still there also. Could have saved some gold, maybe still might do something as a surprise. This is quite useful as well. This with the haunted forests that contribute to every challenge is quite nice. Ooh, and now makes it a bit awkward if anything kneels, then the Hound's not coming in. And there's every possibility for catapult at the wall still. He could defend everything here, basically, and stop everything, but worst case, I mean, Winter Festival will trigger for sure, and Tom is, what, on 13 in the absolute worst case scenario. Only 3 power icons for Estupe here. And yeah, the bike on Iron Emmet is kind of the obvious choice for Castle Black, but then he's not in Nelt anymore. Okay, just wastes the military. I think this might be left for the 3. Strangler. No, it's 1. Yeah. Getting the Tyrion gold to eventually get the Hound. If you wanna do another intrigue, you have to waste Tyrion. He has stealth. Is there another possibility here? A Hear Me Roar into a Tywin type character. Okay, just doing power first. I don't think that's... is that enough? Can assault one. It's gonna be 9 and you're assaulting 1, 2 defenders with Castle Black. 9, 7. But if there's a catapult, Castle Blacks, the one assaulted one, makes sense. They all go, and Iron Emmet is knelt, so no more Hound. And that's it, 14. That's more than enough, right? Can bring it down to 13 again. Or 12, so Winter Festival is just gonna win the game. Needed something more. Needed the catapult. But good effort for Knights, which honestly playing the Harris next and suddenly there's a chance. Yeah, too much power conceded earlier. If that Superior Claim wasn't played, then maybe you could actually stall here. Or if there was a Craven. Yeah, went about as well as I expected here. Just too quick from the very start here is Lanny. It's the same with Star Crossing, it's so difficult. Yeah. I mean, Seized on Castery Rock, that was discarded for Intrigue. If that was played instead of the wall first round and Milk, I couldn't play both because he was first player, so something with the agenda. Trigger Seized on Casterly and some of the power doesn't happen. Maybe, I don't know. Then the wall could be discarded for Intrigue Claim also, so was a rough matchup. So 3-3 now. Can anyone win the last two, or are we splitting them? Next one's the one that I had as a win for Catalonia. I assume it's starting as scheduled in half an hour, in which case I will probably just end the stream and restart it, because it's so much easier to upload if you don't need to edit and cut into several videos. So we can do that, and we will start a bit earlier as well, so that we can have a look at the decks, right? But if it starts ahead of time, you can let me know, and I will join with the stream. So yeah, where are we? Catalonia, USA. So 3-3. 2 more to come. Thank you for watching, and see you again very soon.